Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. I think I got them all. We're back. We're back. This is a Love and Marriage Huntsville review. I'm going to do the finale. I ain't going to try to do. We're going to do the finale as well as the reunion part 1. We're going to try to get this stuff out together. Before that, I just want to say, I do apologize for the wait. I know that I took a break there for a minute. For those of you, if you were wondering, you know, it's just a social, not really a social media hiatus, because I wasn't gone from social media like that, but like a content hiatus. I wasn't posting videos. I wasn't doing my reels or anything like that. And I'm so glad that I did, because it gave me an opportunity to regroup and strategize, you know, all of that. Because in the new year, we're gonna bring some new content your way. So if you're here with the girl, if you're gonna stick with the kid, then I mean, you're in for a treat. We're gonna do some new things, and I'm looking forward to it. So I hope you are too. Let's get into the review. Melody, she has Stormy over. You know, she's getting a massage. She says she forgot that Stormy was coming by, but Stormy comes by. She tells her, you know, that she's, you know, things were good between her and Martell when they went on a trip, but she's mad at him now because he told Arian about her medical status. Well, the fact that she had COVID. And girl, he had to tell her. Like, I'm with this entire situation, Melody, sis, you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot. That man was around you and those other and his other children with you, and you got COVID. And so he's also around his other child with her. And so she needs to know if her son has been exposed to COVID. That's all it is. That's it. That's all. Moving on. Stormy asked about Martell and Sheree. Melody says she's not pressed. She's not worried about it. She ain't got nothing bad to say about Sheree. Kudos to her. Good for her. The wine tasting, she ain't going. She ain't going. I mean, that was a given. Anyway, Martell, he's getting ready for his event. He and Chris, they go there a little bit early, you know, to set up for the event. Destiny shows up. I guess he needs another set of eyes. Destiny just want to talk about Sheree. Everybody, y'all, Sheree ain't, y'all really, I mean, fanning down over Sheree. And it's just like, it's Sheree. It's Sheree. If I saw Sheree today, I've seen Nene and Neiman's. And I don't think anybody was in her space. It was just like she was just in there shopping like the rest of us. We don't care about a celebrity out here. I promise you that. It's real. It's real. I don't know if maybe that's a Hollywood thing where, you know, you see a celebrity, it's like, oh my God, I want to take your picture. Oh my God. Oh my God. Not here. Excuse me, can I get... Like, and Sheree of all people. Anyway, they were all like, oh, Sheree, I wonder if Sheree gonna be here. If it's Sheree. Like he done got with Beyonce. Anyway. Martell don't want to talk about Sheree though. He just says, you know, she a good woman. I guess that's it. He down with that. Destiny is like, okay, so how you feel about this? How you feel about this? And she shows him a clip of Melody doing an interview where she's basically saying she does not care who he dates. It's not the first time that she's seen him with another woman. You know, like there were pictures, videos, all of that surfacing while we were still married. So she's not thinking about Martell and who he's dating. Um, Martell, he at first he tried to get a little upset about that, but he want to focus on co-parenting. He said we just need to focus on co-parenting. He not trying to worry about what she got going on, because she done had so many people around his children that he's never met and still have never met, and so he just wants her to focus on co-parenting. All right, Marceau and Tisha, they're getting ready for the wine tasting event. Marceau doesn't want to wear anything that Tisha is pulling out. He's anticipating a beef, a rift or some sort between the ladies. Tisha assures him that that's not going to happen. Most of the ladies have reconciled whatever differences they had. Marceau Marceau and Tisha, they say that they're gonna carry I Nest wine. They're gonna absolutely carry, because it's no competition to what they have going on. They have a finer champagne, and so with them you're going to get excellence, black excellence. If you want a wine down Wednesday, shade. So you trying to say y'all champagne and caviar and their hole in the wall chicken and rib shack? Or because wine down Wednesday, when I think of a wine down Wednesday, I really think of like old folks. Not old folks. What was the name of that club here? The Piano Bar. If you're from around here, then you know what that is. That's a very or Payne's back in Daytona. It made me feel like those kind of places. Anyway, Marceau brings up Melody's interview, and Tisha thinks that Mel was just trying to save face. She doesn't show how she's truly feeling. She's not going to share that. And Marceau agrees. He feels like nobody's going to continue to respond to something that they're over, that they're not bothered by. So she's absolutely bothered. Regardless. She's saying she's not, but she is. She's bothered. Yeah, is it something on my shirt? I feel like it is. I think it's lip gloss. Oh no. Anyway, back to the review. I was just looking at it like, what is that? What is that? Anyway, like I said, they feel like Sheree's a step up. Marceau feels like with Melody it was okay when he was, dumbing himself down and going beneath her. But now that he's leveled up to Sheree, maybe because she's like an OG in the reality TV game. Maybe that's what they mean. Like, she's not new to this. She's true to this. She's a original cast member for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Maybe in their world that is major. It's the day of the event. And Martell come out there, he got his suit on, sharp. The ladies are there. Mel ain't there, like I said. The ladies are there. Everybody greets one another. Tiffany still don't know how to read the room. She gotta be messy. So Destiny, you and Melody, y'all are friends, right? So y'all were hanging out? Destiny like, what, girl? Dang, like, soon as I walk up, you got to be talking to me about Mel? She thinks she's, keeping the story going. Girl, not today. Not today. Not right now. Not today. She's still gonna pry, asking if, were you faking things at the peace party? Like, what was that? Destiny like, girl, honestly, at the peace party, you were the only person on my nerves. You on my nerves right now, too. I'm gonna need you to just please. Tiffany, girl, Tiffany is gonna Tiffany. She be Tiffany-ing. Marceau and Chris, they talk about his, Atlanta alibi. Chris was like, listen, I'm going to say it again. I was with my wife in Atlanta. I saw you maybe 2 hours. I was with my wife. Marcel trying to stick to the story. You was doing something else out here in Atlanta. You was doing something else. Sheree, she's not going to come to the thing. She's not going to come to the function because Martell and Sheree agree that they want this to be about Inez Wine and not Sheree and Martell's situation and what they got going on. Kimmy and Maurice, I mean, yeah, they get there. Kimmy looks great. She looks great. She looks great. Regardless of what she is going through in the moment, she pulled it together. She looks amazing. Martell gives his speech. He kind of fuddles a little bit, but you know, he gets it together. He at least has note cards this time. He unveils a picture of Grandma Inez, and when I say Inez had Marlene, Marlene is her baby. She had Marlene. Marlene looked just like her mama. He shouts out the family like he should properly. You know, Uncle Sam back there. Everybody got their shout out. Everybody got their just due. The speech is nice. It's nice. Kimmy, she shares with Stormy and Destiny her diagnosis. Of course, it brought me back, you know, toe up once again. Marceau and Jalen talk. You know, it was nice of him to check in on Jalen. Jalen says that he's never seen his mother, you know, in any type of weakened state. And so to see her cry, to have to deal with this, it's hard for him, like, as a man, especially, you know, as a man and being her son. It's not been easy. He really doesn't know how to process this. And he was very honest, and good on you. You wasn't on some macho, I'm good, you know, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna be all right, I'm being strong for mama. No, he was vulnerable. He was vulnerable and was very honest about his feelings, and I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Marceau say, listen, I got you. Marceau has been through this himself, still going through it. He said he had a sister that is going through dealing with chemo right now. Cancer's a bitch. That's all I got to say. Bald-headed, tech-headed ass bitch. Anyway, Martell, he go to Melody house. And she on her way out. She thought he was coming to pick up a bag or something. You already know it's going to be something. She's trying to step outside to talk. And he like, we not finna talk out here. You gonna find me inside. Oh, no. She go inside and close the door. You know, let her tell us she ain't never invited him in. I feel like he's been in that house. He been in that backyard. And he's been inside. Maybe just in the foyer. But he's been in that house. And she's been in his. So, girl, he just wanted her to extend the same respect. Because it is. Girl, why you got him? It's if the children were around, that's toxic as fuck. For you to leave their daddy outside like that to talk to him about them. Girl, what are you doing? She was wrong. She was wrong. She was wrong in this instance. She was wrong. Of course, he gets in the car and leaves. And he's calling her to, you know, ask her, you know, to let him in or whatever. And she's still on that. Have I ever let you in my house? And he just leaves. But he turns around, spin the block, come on right back. And he talks to her, you know, once again, and is, you know, telling her that I just wanted to talk about the children. You know, one of their children is going to the next grade level, and so they needed to discuss that as well as camp. I guess summer camp. Melody's still upset about Arian. I guess Arian got on social media with the lady's business, telling everybody she got COVID. And Martell is like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Like, why are you holding me accountable? And then she's like, the same way I gotta hold you accountable for you doing this, that, and the third. And then when this happened, and when that happened, and when this happened, and when that happened, it's like, girl, you are holding on to so much. I want you to just relax, relate, release. I want you to just let it go. Let the hurt go. You say you act like you in so much therapy. Girl, I don't think so. You are not doing the work. You are not doing the work. Every time you see this man, you talking about what Arian did when she called you back in the day, how when you found out that he was cheating, when you the pictures, the messages, her on social media. Let it go. I mean, just going in about the past, and then Martell, of course, has to throw back some other deflection. You know, I don't want you, I want you, because she always saying her go to is Martell. You was just saying last week that you want me. Let's get back together. The end. I'll be back for the review for the reunion. Okay, so Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion part 1. Wanda, y'all. Wanda bust through that door when she slung that door open and tipped through the door, through the building. I was cracking up. Anyway, Carlos does his rounds. He gets on the phone with Sheree because, of course, Sheree's she's walking her man through the reunion. He all in their business, you know, asking her all these questions about Martell and how she feels about him. She ended up hanging up on him. Kimmy, she looks amazing. Her bodied down. Tisha, she in her gown too. Melody was best dressed to me. I loved her look. She gave. All right. First, we start off with the business ventures, everybody's business ventures. Melody's skincare line, Kimmy and Maurice's title closing business, Tisha and Marceau, they're expanding at Black. We got Martell's wine. Everybody was doing great things this season. You know, once the package is over, everybody's clapping it up for everybody. Melody did not clap. She's not clapping. She has nothing. Melody says, last year, I gave a good speech on how proud I was of everyone here, and it didn't air. And so this year, I won't be doing that. I don't care what anybody's doing. And everybody's like, oh, what's wrong with her? I mean, I was on that too. Like, girl, what? What's your problem? What's wrong, girl? What we do to you? I mean, girl, what? It was a lot. It was a lot of energy. And I just didn't understand where it was all coming from. I guess she was mad about that. She said, why they didn't show my speech last season? But you want me to give a speech today? I'm not giving no more speeches. Okay, girl. Maurice chimes in and says, well, I'm proud of everybody. And she's over there like, well, good for you. Just make sure your actions show that. And they're like, what? So apparently, he was doing interviews himself, downplaying Melody and Kimmy's relationship and their friendship, and that they ain't really friends like that. And everybody agrees, you know. Well, no, we're not. They're not. Like, we cool, but we ain't that cool, you know. Like, she ain't just popping up at my house, you know, unannounced. We not just going to go kiki for a happy hour, you know. Like, nah, but I check in with her to see if she good. We have talks when we talk. You know, like, they cool. So I don't. Yes, I want. Why would? And I'm leaving it in. Hold on. Okay, before I was so rude. Well, I wasn't rudely interrupted because I was brought food, so I wasn't rudely interrupted. But I know I was about to be interrupted in the first place. I think I was talking about Kimmy and Melody. Kimmy and Melody. Maurice don't feel like they friends like that. Kimmy can agree that, you know, they're cool, but they ain't that close. It just is what it is. Melody has also expressed how they ain't cool like that. So she's not understanding why Melody has an issue with Maurice when she's been out there as well, making it clear, you know, the extent of their friendship. You might have used other words, but still you had the same message. It is what it is. Anyway, he said he downloaded her music, you know, gave her streams. Martell like, why you giving her streams? It's all jokes. Maurice isn't biting Melody's bait. I don't know what's wrong with Melody. Melody don't see it for Maurice right now. Okay, girl. Um Maurice he starts to say something, and she said he give MLK speeches. Again, she don't have Maurice. She don't have him to do, as James Caldwell would say. Shout out to James Caldwell. Or Spill It Boy TV, if you will. Anyway, Carlos asks Kimmy if they're friends, and Kimmy says yes. We're friends, but we're not close friends. I don't know why we had to go around and around and around to keep saying this, but anyway, what's going on with Scott Manor? He says he thinks that they're going to be blasting when they get back. He thinks. We don't know when it's looking like Neverland. That's what it's looking like, but okay. Carlos asked Tisha about, the fact that she has full ownership of Scope. And she just says, I bought Martell out, signed a few papers, did all of that, and that was that. And Martell is asked if he regrets being bought out, and she's like, he should. He should. Girl, what? Martell's like, why should I? I mean, it was me that, because basically he and Melody were the catalysts. And so, okay, cool. Because she says that, well, it was in the negatives when they did buy him out, and they bought him out, for a penny over the dollar. And now it's a multi-million-dollar company. And Martell still doesn't care. He still doesn't care. And she really felt, proud of herself and just sitting up there gloating on her high horse. And it's like, what? Girl, okay. Nobody cares. He says, we started it, it's fine that after I left it was successful. That's the plan. He wasn't worried. Melody also, like I said, she said that her connections and the people that she knew, the fact that they were already doing that, helped them tremendously. So y'all used us, we used y'all. Listen, quid pro quo. Ain't that what it is? Scratch my back, I scratch your back. So I don't know why you sitting up here like you got over on me. Anyway, there's a lawsuit going on. Can you guys expound the lawsuit going on with Scope? And he says that he signed some contract and then the world shut down because of COVID, and then he was doing all this other stuff, all these excuses. I don't know what's going on. Tisha says, yeah, he just had a lot going on, and he worked so hard on that project. I don't know, like, that was one of the reasons he went to Africa. And Martell was like, he went to Africa because of that? He needed to go to Africa? What? Well, now we get on this topic of why you in Africa without your spouse and your family. Your spouse, most importantly. And Carlos asked Kimmy, would you, and he can't even get the question out before she's like, no, not happening. We're not doing that. Tisha says that, she doesn't have any receipts about her husband cheating. And so she's not going to leave him over rumors, over what somebody thought they heard, over all of that. She's not doing it. That she has no doubt in her man, She says that Martell messaged her about a woman that Marceau was seeing for 4 years. And Martell is like, I don't remember that. Carlos asked Melody if she was lying, because back when they was the Holts, they insinuated a lot that Marceau was cheating on Tisha, that he had at least a mistress, and apparently this mistress was around for 4 years. I don't know. Do I believe that Marceau has ever cheated on Tisha? Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Do I believe that it's an ongoing thing, or like that he's currently doing anything? No, I don't. But is there somebody out there? I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is, because where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm not one of those people that's like, well, anybody came forward yet. I mean, Not everybody want to be drugged through the mud like Arian. Not everybody wants that. Not everybody wants that. Some people want complete. Don't just want to be completely anonymous. I don't want nobody to know that was me. You know, like who want to be found out? And then, especially in today's society, whoever she is, she sat around and saw what y'all doing to Arian, so no, she ain't coming forward. No, but she out there. She is out there for sure. Neither one of them, Melody nor Martell, come forward with whatever they know. You know, everybody is very evasive, and like either put some names out or leave it on the playground. We don't want to hear about it anymore. If you're not going to say what you know, who you know, all of that. And then Melody tries to bring Carlos into it, and Carlos like, I ain't privy to nothing. Anybody ever told me they was sleeping with Marcel? And she gonna say, well, the girl was with me when I was on the phone with you. Who is the girl, Melody? Who is the girl? Stop talking about these people all these facts you say you have, and then you never produce the receipt. We're tired. Tisha says that there was this girl that Melody tried to bring on the show. Supposedly this is her best friend and she was gonna pay her. Melody's like, how am I gonna pay somebody? I don't have no control over that. But apparently, the girl was supposed to be saying to Tisha, that it was a long time ago when she and Marceau had their thing. She didn't know that she was married, all of that. And then the girl said, well, if I'm going on this girl's trip and I got to say all this to Tisha, then I'm going to have to be compensated. And then Melody told her to go around to production. Marceau says, well, how did y'all know what was going to be said? Like, what is this about? How did this start? And when Melody tries to get it out, he overtalks her, and she's never able to explain how she knows or any of that, because she say, I'm not arguing with legs, hips, and body. That was a good one, girl. That was a good one. She ain't arguing with legs, hips, and body. Anyway, Carlos reveals that that the comeback group, they had this conversation that was off camera about things that would be off limits, and Martell chimes in. He's like, oh yeah, I remember Kimmy's. It was, don't talk about Maurice hanging out after 4. Why? Kimmy say, well, I guess she ain't want, that's very, misleading to women. I don't know. Maybe women was gonna try to show up. And it's like, you going out after 4 p.m. like in the afternoon, or you going out after 4, you hanging out till 4 a.m. I'm trying to understand what time of the day you in the streets, Maurice. Anyway, there's rumors out there that sex parties go on at the Credit One, and Maurice says, yeah, and whoever that is that's putting out, you're gonna get a lawsuit on you. You're gonna have a lawsuit on your hands. Shut up, Maurice. You're going to find yourselves with a lawsuit. You don't even know where it started, where it originated. And it must be true. Talking about a lawsuit. I believe it. It's with how you hound Kimmy about having sex and your need for sex on a regular, all the time basis. You think I don't believe that that's how you get down? Kimmy tried to chime in and help her man, and say, no, let's keep it for real. You did throw parties there. My office was above yours before they got together, but she said no women were there. It was just the guys, Martell. What's the boy name? Saberic, LeBeric, him, Cedric, Cedric, whatever them boys' names is. They was there too. They married asses. They was there too. And I'm sure they had the butt naked strippers there. But we gonna say allegedly because we don't know. I don't want to be the one Maurice try to throw a suit at. We gonna say allegedly. Allegedly. I'm not even in Huntsville, so I don't know what the hell going on at the Credit One. But hopefully it wasn't sex parties. they agreed that they weren't going to keep, go dark, or, the show wouldn't go that way, but it's looking like it did. It's looking like it has gone pretty dark. The Scotts, they beg to differ. Martell and Mel, they feel like they've gone dark, and it has. Martell, talking about the 21 girlfriends and all of that. So yes, things have turned left, and we're gonna have to reel it on back to the comeback group like it was in the beginning when y'all were like everybody was friends, because it's like Mel don't like none of them, and it shows. Carlos started drilling them with some questions. Did you have an apartment together? Martell, do you know Marceau to be cheating on her? Has he ever cheated on her? He wanted names. He was just firing off questions, and Martell was like, I plead the fifth. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, And Marceau says that they didn't have no apartment together. They've never owned property, nothing together like that. And then Maurice is like, oh yes, you did. We absolutely did. Stag run. And it went to commercial. But of course, when we got back, it was a goop. Stag Run is a property that the whole group owns. Like it's something, child. Anyway, Carlos starts speaking for the viewers. It just don't add up. There are some truths to this. Like, you done something out there in them streets, Marceau. And we gonna hold your feet to the fire until we find out what it is. Of course, Tisha's not convinced. She said, I ain't seen a text thread. I ain't seen a picture. I ain't seen none of that. So I'm riding with my man, my man, my man. My man, my man, my man. That's Tisha. They bring Kiki and Wanda out, and we show, Kiki's little package and how she, got into the midst. Melody, why would you even invite Kiki into the midst knowing that that's Tisha's cousin? Like, what you doing? And Mel says she met Kiki before Tisha. They shared a mutual best friend. This lady got a lot of best friends. It's always oh, my bestie. Oh, that was her bestie. Girl, all these besties. Bestie this, bestie that. Anyway, Tisha feels like Mel just wanted her on the show to badmouth her, which she did. She did. She feels like she used her, as a puppet. She gets up and she leaves the stage. And while she's away, Kiki says she thought that she was just, being transparent. And then Carlos starts drilling her with questions. Did Tisha tell you that Marceau was cheating? And she says no. Did she ever speculate that he was cheating? And then Wanda's like, tell the truth. So she starts to try to get his little PR response. And they're like, girl, yes or no. And she says yes. And she says it was before the show. Tisha was like, I mean, yeah, Kiki was my girl. She knows a lot about me, which is why Melody wanted her on this show. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, when she came back with these puppets. And it's like, girl, this is not funny. I wasn't amused. I wasn't enthused. It was like, okay, girl. She came out with the puppets, because imitating Melody and Kiki, because Kiki is absolutely Melody's puppet, whatever. Anyway, Tisha says that she found a picture in Marceau's phone, and that's where we end for that for the first part of the reunion. She says that Kiki knew a lot about her. And which is why Mel contacted her, and she starts to tell us that she found this picture. And we don't know where we're going to go with that. Hopefully it won't be another goop. But I mean, in reality TV world, that's normally what it is. You're going to leave us on a cliffhanger and we're going to come back and it ain't going to be nothing. Anyway, I got too many other things to review today, so let me get off of here. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.